This says we're live. I hope it's actually working that we're live, considering this is my first time doing this. So, guys, if you're joining us, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. I, as promised, said that I would introduce Tim to the Money Game trilogy, and that is exactly what we're going to do right now. So, without further ado, the man, the legend himself, Tim Moss. Oh, I love it.
We're live. We're live. Hi, everybody.
Yeah.
So cool.
I couldn't have picked a better thumbnail for you to start on with a face when I got to your screen. That's amazing. So I'm excited for this for you. I really, really am. And as we talked about in the last time, I mentioned that the one thing I was nervous about showing Money Game, the whole trilogy, to someone is that the first music video is kind of avant-garde. And so it takes a lot to kind of get, and it has some like slower moments, but it's very purposeful, which is like kind of Ren's deal, you know?
Right.
So I'm excited, especially for you to check it out as a performer and everything else. I also wanted to say that I put a promo out there unbeknownst to you. So forgive me, I used your likeness without your knowledge.
That's fine.
I put a promo question out there asking, I have discovered a new artist named Dimash, and he does this song called SOS, and it's the first one I ever reacted to.
Sweet.
I don't want to oversell it, but I needed to change my underwear afterwards. And I'm just saying, I asked everybody in the community chat, should I introduce Tim to it? and the resounding response was abso-freaking-lutely.
Excellent, because if any artist that can make you excrete into your underpants, I'm there.
Now we're getting back to origin stories, Tim, and we said we wouldn't do that.
And also, I see we're getting some comments, so it's working. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
Oh, yes, it totally is. You're so right.
Is so cool.
Oh, this is very cool. So, guys, this is my very first live. Tim does lives with his own stuff all the time. You have like a show, right?
Yeah, it's called If These Walls Could Talk, and we interview different people. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Every Wednesday, 2 p.m. New York.
Is that on YouTube or is that on Facebook?
It's both. It's on YouTube. If people can follow me on Facebook, I'll advertise, or you'll see an advertisement on how to do it. But you can go like Facebook Live on my page and watch it. Yeah.
Oh, very cool. So there you go. If you guys want more Tim, that's how you get more Tim when you don't want to wait for me to interview him or have him react to something. My favorite comment, sorry, I just saw it so far, is almost broke my finger and phone clicking on this. That's awesome. Thank you very much.
That is the best.
Yes, much love. So the idea, I thought what we would do here, guys, is I'll show him the first Money Game, get his reaction, and then I'll, look at your comments and everything to see if there's stuff you want to make sure that I mention to him and stuff like that. Because I don't know how I'm going to keep up otherwise. Because like I said, this is my first time doing it. It's a little bit scary.
We'll do it like we always do. Forget that we're live. But yeah, I'm so grateful everybody tuned in. This is so cool.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. All right, let me get you to...
I can't wait.
Yes, let me get you to... This is Money Game, the first one.
Okay, and there's 3. It's the first part of 3, right?
It is the first part of 3.
Okay.
This is the first one, and I think he actually did them a year apart. People in the comments, if you know different, you let me know. But I'm pretty sure he did them about a year apart. So, and other exciting news, Tim. I am on Ren's Instagram and like on his like release Instagram chat, and he said earlier today that there's new music coming on Friday. So,
oh, sweet.
Yes, super excited about that. All right, here we go. This is your first look at the Money Game trilogy. I'm so excited.
It's a strange time we're living in. Bull can put fear in. Hierarchy parties, they make us feel inferior. Greed runs through Parliament interiors. Devils walk among us, they fit the criteria. Eerie theory, stripe fearing, weary-minded men when we're clearly living in dictatorships. Nearly blinded by illusions to choose who's fooling who. A ball chained to your shoes on pain. It's a crying shame. The pursuit of our own wealth lights a flame that makes greed a game that lets this whole war burn. As the world turns, the whole world burns. But money was invented for trade, but now those bits of paper twist hearts, make slaves, turns a saint into a sinner, a child into a killer. His finger on the trigger of a money game. Oh, rain, 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 a storm it comes our way, and those who rise through distorted lies, poison in the veins, but we like to point the blame, 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 blame. It's easier to blame, but point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this old money game. Stop.
He's such a performer.
He's incredible.
Mr. President, it's evident that everyone's a resident of fear when they support these ideas to keep us separate, when they make us believe that everybody is coming to terrorize you in the streets. They say badly through gritted teeth, that's my right to hate, that's freedom of speech. But when did freedom become a reason to hate, a way to justify a racist slur or insult we make? There's an irony in freedom, cause us in the West, we have pillaged and plundered the murder like savages, colonized all of the rest. That's called hypocrisy. Preach a certain value that you never keep yourselves. Your country was in flames, you'd emigrate yourselves in a second. Still you spit your venom, demonizing immigrants, when really you're the immigrant, cause all of us are immigrants or descended from immigrants. Irony is imminent, I'll shed the light on immigrants. America was colonized by Britain. Britain, it was colonized by Rome, and also colonized by the Saxons. They were German, by the way. You know how people throw shade upon the Germans because of history's pain, and yet we made the same mistakes all again. Demonize a whole people, Jewish or Muslim, the same and the same. Old situations play on repeat, the same old TV shows repeat. Yeah, we worship the bleak, our opinions aren't our own, and we follow like sheep. There's no left, there's no right, in the middle we sleep. Rain, 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 a storm it comes our way, and those who rise through distorted lies, poison in the veins, but we like to point the blame, 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 blame. It's easier to blame, but point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this whole money game. This old money game.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah. So like, there's a
Wow.
lot. I let you say your piece in a second. I just wanted to point out, like, what I love about watching that first one is you see how much he grows as a performer. Like, even just between that and High Ren, you can see like such a huge difference in how he does things, and like the speed. I feels like he got more comfortable as he like was doing these, you know, that kind of thing. But you tell me what you think.
Wow. I don't know that I caught everything, but there's so much in there. And again, like you said, his presentation, he's so fucking bold, so raw, so in there. And again, just talking about like the governmental structure of money is like everything, and it keeps going from one culture to the next culture to the next culture to the next. It keeps being reborn and rebirthed and all of that, and they keep making the same damn mistakes.
Yep. And it affects all of us. Like, there's no way to have immunity from this. Like,
right.
Because
we're all intertwined in it. We're all under its pressure, all under its thumb.
Yeah. And that's exactly right. Like, we all are subject to the money game, which I think is kind of his point, which is why I think he also relates so much to, like, I love that bar about like, and Romans were conquered by the Saxons. You remember them? Like, and I'm like, oh no. And it was right at that point, I think someone in the comments, this Brady Taylor, I'm shouting you out, he wrote truth bombs. And I was like, yup, because that's what he's doing right now. I also like that someone wrote, I asked them to and they did, so thank you guys so much. Wilsey said part 1 came out in October of 2019. Part 2 came out in 2020 during COVID around April.
Wow.
And then part 3 came out in October of 2023.
And again, I mean, again, I love this guy so much, and his depth of understanding, because one of the things was like turning the mirror on yourself, like which is so incredibly difficult for most people to do.
Yeah.
I have tried and worked on that for years and years and years, but it's horrifying, it's frightening, it's confusing, it's scary, it takes guts, but it's so worth it.
Yeah, and to see him at this part of it where he's like learning that piece of like, oh, taking the risks and doing those things with himself and with his art is just awesome.
Oh, I agree.
I want to move on to the next one. I also want to say a lot of people just said apparently the stream was unavailable, some issue with YouTube, and then someone wrote what violations, but my favorite is someone here wrote a violation of being too intelligent. So that's, which I know you're not talking to us, you're talking to Ren, and we wholeheartedly agree. So I just have to figure out how to share the other screen here. Money Game 2, yeah. So the thing about this one, it's the first one I'm going to show you that it's a lyric video. Oh, someone said in the comments that part 1 took 186 tries to get it right.
Wow.
That's true. That's unbelievable. That's awesome.
One take. Wow.
Yeah, so that's incredible. Yeah, there's no cuts there.
I agree. I now that they mentioned that, I see that. I forgot that it is all in one take. All of that was in one take.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Incredible.
So this one is a lyric video. It's an official lyric video, as you can see from the top. I don't know if you remember, Tim, when I first told you about this, I mentioned that this song contains one of what I consider to be the best written song verses of all time.
I remember you saying that, yeah.
It's the second verse. It's amazing. For people in the comments, this is by far probably my favorite thing that he has ever written, just because it's so creative and it's so powerful, and I love it, and I'll stop selling it and I'll just show it to you. But it's, you'll
so cool.
Notice that he has like that hook will come back. The rain, 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 rain. You'll see. And it's such a shame. I'll just let it play. Okay. I babble when I'm excited.
Oh. Strange time we're living in, panic and hysteria. Poor man learn, the rich man don't care for your narcissist mindset spread like malaria. Sit back and watch the show. America, Britain split through fickle shit. A government of hypocrites. These counterfeit politicians sit in parliament, not adequate. Come on. Needlessly bleeding, resources all dry. Turn a blind eye if it means a pay rise. Oh, what a shame it would be, I would die if number 10 Downing Street burned in a fire. Only joking, only messing, don't be stressing. I'm a peaceful adolescent, there's no need to be unpleasant. Write my thesis in a rhyme scheme to analyze the brain while my fingers on the trigger of a money game. Oh, rain, 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 rain. A storm it comes up.
Hear that hook again?
And no surprise to distorted lies. Poison in the veins, but we die upon the blame, 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 blame. It's easier to blame. We point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this whole money game.
All right, buckle in, buddy.
This old money game.
Also really hard not to sing along with it.
This old money is a game and the ladder we climb turns a saint into a sinner with his finger in crime. I'll break it down for you motherfuckers line by line. This is business economics in a nursery rhyme. She sells seashells on a seashore, but the value of these shells will fall due to the laws of supply and demand. No one wants to buy shells cause there's loads on the sand. Step 1, you must create a sense of scarcity. Shells will sell much better if the people think they're rare, you see. Bear with me, take as many shells as you can find and hide them on an island. Stockpile them high until they're rarer than a diamond. Step 2, gotta make the people think that they want them, really fucking want them. Hit them like Bronson. Influencers, product placement, featured primetime entertainment. If you haven't got a shell, then you're just a fucking waste man. 3, it's monopoly. Invest inside some property. Start a corporation, make a logo, do it properly. Shells must sell, that will be a new philosophy. Swallow all your morals, they're a poor man's quality. 4, expand, expand, expand. Clear forest, make land, fresh blood on hands. 5, why just shells? Why limit yourself? She sells seashells, sell oil as well. 6, guns, sell stock, sell diamonds, sell rock, sell water to a fish, sell the time to a clock. 7, press on the gas, take your foot off the brakes, then run to be the president of the United States. 8, big smile, make big wave, that's great. Now the truth is overrated, tell lies out the gate. 9, polarize the people, controversy is the game. It don't matter if they hate you, if they all say your name. 10, the world is yours. Step out on the stage to a round of applause. You're a liar, cheat, a devil, a whore, and you sell seashells on the seashore. Rain, 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 rain. A storm it comes our way. And no surprise to distorted lies. Poison in the veins, but we die upon the blame, 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 blame. It's easier to blame. We point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this whole money game. This old money game. This old.
Damn. Fuck. Yes. Oh my God, this guy is incredible. This guy is just incredible. And he's speaking the truth. He sees it. He sees it and he tells it. Oh my God. I can't say enough about this guy.
Isn't that?
And you were right. That verse was wow. That just truth. Just, yeah.
And he does it so perfectly.
Yeah. And it all makes sense.
Right.
You take something that is common and hoard it, which makes it rare. And then you can fluctuate the price and get more price on it and then get more then keep building and building and building. And that's what the problem is with this whole corporate mentality in our society right now is just here. We got to sell you, sell. And they expect us to just buy, which we normally do.
We do. And I think the greatest correlation to this is Amazon. Amazon started
that.
There you go. They started by selling books, and they were only books. All you could get was books and magazines and stuff like that.
And then
it was like and then music. That's right.
Uh-huh.
And then movies. And then
Yep.
they were like, fuck it. Let's just
Yeah.
sell
How about
everything.
a brush? A brush. Look at this brush. It's a price. I'll bring it to your door.
Right.
I'll bring it to your door.
Both the microphone that I'm speaking on, the camera that I'm being filmed with, like the light that is over there shining on me, all came from Amazon. Like,
oh my God.
because it could all be delivered to my door with the shorts that I'm wearing right now.
Yeah. Yes. So
It's
why
absolutely
bother
insane.
with getting dressed, going to the one store or another to try to find what floor it's on to get the product that you want when you can do it right here on your machine and they'll come knocking on your door.
Right.
And you just pay a little extra for it, which
I also,
actually Amazon, you'd pay less. So because
right.
they get it in bulk, they can sell it for less, which runs regular businesses out of business. So it's ruthless. It really is ruthless, but he was telling the truth.
I think one of my favorite things about that song too is that like he runs into, like, remember, he's from the UK and he still says, like, you know, you could run to be the president of the United States.
Yeah.
And what I like about it is it was bipartisan. He's showing like he's not even trying to make a statement about like Republican, Democrat. Like it started with like a shot of Biden. And then when he talks about like tell lies out the gate, he's like, it showed Bush, it showed Reagan, it showed like, and then it showed there was Stalin in there and like all these other people, because he's trying to say like, if you're going to be in politics and you want to hold this power, you've got to play this game. And my favorite part of it, because no matter where you stand, I think everyone will agree, is when he says, polarize the people. It don't matter what you say, just as long as they say your name. In that moment in the video, it's showing a Make America Great hat being stitched together in the thing. And like Donald Trump is the king of that. He is the king of, it doesn't matter what they're saying about me, man, as long as they're saying my name.
And everybody knows that name. Everybody knows that name.
Exactly
Whether
right.
they do it as the most evil thing or the greatest thing ever, everybody knows that name.
And that's why I thought it was so perfect, because his video isn't polarizing.
Right.
It's just saying, this is
and the thing is that when it comes to money, we cannot survive without it. And they make it seem as though this is the greatest thing ever. You want more money, more money, more money. That will make you happy. That will give you things. That will make you like, and it's just disgusting what they do. And it's disgusting what people have done for money.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, across the board, at high levels, at medium levels, at low levels, just for money. It drives people crazy, drives them to do the most insane things.
100%. It really does. And it's like, hey, listen, not to quote another rapper, but Biggie said, "Mo money, mo problems." And that's exactly what it is.
Absolutely.
I reading some of these comments, someone said,
let me get back over there.
Yeah, Dawn Patterson said, I've recently found that Ren the man and the music are actually beyond words.
Yes.
And I think that is facts.
I agree, Dawn. I agree.
Hashtag facts. I was going to say hello to someone who said they can't stay and they just wanted to stop in and say hi.
Hi.
To work, I think.
So orchestrated, so talented. Yes, Brady, I agree. He says he loves his beatboxing. The man is his own orchestra, so talented. I agree.
And Mike agrees with me too. He said Money Game 2 is his fave Ren song ever too. Yeah, dude, it's insane. And Dawn's saying now he breaks things down to the human experience, something we all share. It's so true.
Right.
And I think that's why we all like watching him and reacting to him and doing this kind of stuff.
Right. Because he takes these massive concepts and breaks it down into rhymes, into just a simple way of telling you the big story, the big picture. He's remarkable mind.
Not to put on my
artist,
my professional hat, but he's breaking it down into digestible entertainment.
Yes,
because it's enough that you can take it in and understand it and then crave more without it being too much. So you can regulate how much you ingest of media content. This is something that, like, for my job, we spend a lot of time doing to try to make sure that you don't exceed a certain amount, because then
sell seashells on the seashore.
That's exactly right. You know, it's just Someone else is collecting the money from that instead of me.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly how it works. This is awesome. Okay, so now we're going to jump into Money Game 3.
Yeah.
This is going to be the closest to high ren that you've seen. It's a one take. It tells a story about like one person, not about Ren, but about kind of like Tale of Jenny and Screech and Violet, which I also showed you. If you guys haven't seen that, check it out on the channel. Because Tim's reaction was fantastic. And it's what led us to do this.
Yeah.
So let me stop and share that correctly, as now I'm learning how to do this in somewhat of a rapid pace. I think it's this one. It is.
There we go.
Bring it up big. So yeah, so if you want me to stop this one because it's a little bit longer, just raise your hand and I'll give it a stop. Otherwise, I'll probably let it run. There is one spot which is like kind of right in the middle where I usually stop it just to get a reaction, so that it gives you a little break. But we'll see how we're doing.
Yeah, if you want, okay, if not okay, however
yeah, we'll see.
Fine.
We'll see how it's going. And before we start, I just want to say, because you all are preaching the way I feel, which is why Tim is my first live guest. This person says, Tim's enthusiasm is contagious. Truer words were never spoken, because trust me, I've had him on film sets, music video sets, web series sets. I've had him everywhere. I've been with him in like nightclubs, and all of a sudden the whole place is happy and no one knows why. And I'm like, it's that guy. It's the guy standing next to me. So I'm with all of you, which goes right into Wilsey saying, freaking love Tim. Yes, we all love Tim.
Love you too.
Yes. So I just wanted to get the Tim love out there because I'm with all of you. I agree 100%. Thank
you. I love that.
All right, let's get you into this Money Game 3, man, because I think this is going to be. Okay. I think this might be up there in high Ren level for you. So
yeah. Here
we go.
I love this guy.
Yeah, Dawn says Tim is going to love this. So here we go. Did I not mention Ren plays the piano? Also, how is he this good an actor with a money bag on his head?
Right.
Like,
Tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. 1 year old and his first words were mine, mine, gimme. 2 years old he was walking, 3 years old walking quickly. 4 years old he was running round the pavements of his city. 5 years old and his daddy told him, listen here son, you gotta learn to be a man. A man, he works for what he wants. 6 years old and he's reading, writing, top of the bunch. And when he's 7, his progression made him student number 1. 8 years old and he's praised for unusual grades. 9, his parents paid for private school to nurture the flame. 10, 11, 12, 13, he ascends and ascends. His daddy tells him, son, money is the means to all ends. 14, solving complex mathematical equations. At 15, IQ 150, still elevating. 16, he develops complex software code that detects weaknesses in cybersecurity protocols. 17, and he sells his vision, keeping the share. Not yet an adult, but he's practically a millionaire. 18, and his daddy tells him, now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can. 19, he turns a profit, stocks and shares, invest in product. 20, double down deposits. 21, his income rockets. 22, he learns the truth is just an obstacle to wealth. If you manipulate the data, then the lie will sell itself. 23, a life of luxury, crystal and cocaine. 24, he makes the Forbes list, they're applauding his name. 25, and his daddy tells him, listen here, son, while you're sitting in that palace, that don't mean that you won. 26, a business shift, he switches business to arms. He's 27, dealing nuclear and shells in Iran. 28, inside the Senate, money bought him a seat. He's 29, a role of counsel in the president's suite. Now he's 30, his daddy says you're losing the race. You're just a servant to the king, not even in second place. 31, a big maneuver for his daddy's approval, moving imports over borders from the exports out of Cuba. 32, moving grams, growing kilos to tons. He's 33, filling warehouses with powder and guns. 34, turf war with nobody to stop it. Blind eye from the po-po inside of his pocket.
So that's usually where I stop it.
Oh, wow. Jimmy.
I wanted to stop it for a couple of reasons. One, to get your reaction. Two, to remind you that like most of this is a one take, if you haven't noticed.
Yeah,
which is just insane. And 3, unfortunately, I think YouTube stopped this from the live. So it seems a lot of people in the comments are saying that it's been shut down. So I'm sorry, guys, even though you can't hear me right now, if it comes back and you can rewind it later, I apologize. That wasn't me. Obviously, that's YouTube not understanding that Ren doesn't copyright any of his videos. So, and then someone in the comments wrote, speaking of the money game, YouTube. Which is so accurate. I love that one. But anyway, we're here. So far, what do you think? Jimmy is like halfway gone here or into the song. How are you feeling about it?
In these couple of minutes of this song, we have went through an entire life of this child being prepped and raised to make money without limits and do whatever you need to do. And we've like spanned this up to where like 29 or 30 years old already. And he's running arms across the globe and doing all of that. I can't imagine what's next. My God.
I also really love that he made him like a genius. He made him someone who could have been anything. Like, it's not like he was someone that, had to take this path. He could have, if properly nurtured, and guided and directed, he could have been incredible in a completely different direction. I agree 100%. Yeah. But it's just that driving force, money. You got to make money. Well, there's this way, there's this way, there's this and this and this and this. And oh my God, he's brilliant. He's brilliant. He really is. And like I said, I love that part, how he just kind of comes into it and just.
And again, that frantic pace of okay, now you got to do this, now you got to make more, now you got to do more, you got to do more, make more.
Yeah.
And he's figured out ways of making more and more. And daddy's like, still got to do more.
Right. And if you notice, he's dropping like legit bars in throughout the song, like if you manipulate the data, then the lie will sell itself. It's such a bar. Like, it's like, bro, how did you think of that? Like,
Yeah.
it's just really incredible. Let me back it up a little for you, and we'll go again here. So that, like I said, that's usually a good place to stop because it's about halfway through the video, and the phone ring kind of breaks the video in two. So there you go. And at this point we've definitely lost the live. So we'll just have fun, you and I, reacting to it.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Die from the po-po inside of his pocket. "35, he gets the call. I'm sorry, son, but it's your father. Had a heart attack. I'm sorry, he's gone. 36, getting pissed off, abusing his product. 37, eyes glazed, disposition demonic. 38, with a prostitute, a moment of passion, heating up a silver spoon and then chasing the dragon. 39, getting reckless and hungry for power. Daddy's words are still driving him to kill and devour. Makes a move against the cartel, but the strategy's flawed. They retaliate and leave him in a hospital ward. A bullet buried in his vertebra and one in his leg. The doctor sighs and says, I don't think you'll be walking again. Fuck.
Now you're about to see the one cut in the whole video. The one definite cut. Right there.
Yeah.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. He was 40 and he cursed the words, mine, mine, gimme. 41 he wasn't walking, 42 not walking quickly, 43 never running round the pavements of his city, 44 inside a palace with a mountain of gold. But those riches turn to rubble when perspective evolves. Weighing heavy on his conscience is the value of gold. Lamborghini for a life, trading money for souls. Jimmy followed the code inside the land of the free. Put your hand inside the cookie jar, take more than you need. And his example is exaggerated versions of me. And it's a version of him, and it's a version of she, and it's a version of you. There's no escaping the blame. The way we live is parasitic. Fuck the money and fame. Cut the music. This isn't entertainment. This is real life. The way we live is lunacy. Community, it declines. Hyperpolarized, always fighting, then we divide. Truth is less important than the money that we designed. Money's an invention. Politics from our invention. They all come from people's ideas. Did I mention? Border's an invention. Law and order fuel the tension. It leads to people killing each other. My solution? Everything is subject to change. We could build utopias if individuals were taught to use their brains. But if we teach kids in schools to always be sheep and put themselves before the herd if there's more money for me, then there's no future I see where the humans survive. We're parasites inside a petri dish with cannibal minds. Mold will grow upon the surface then consumes till it dies. And our fate could be the same without this story to the wise. "45, Jimmy comes home out of the rain, soaking wet upon a wheelchair, drinking again. He is everything he wants, he is fortune and fame. He's a fortunate fool with an unfortunate fate. With a 45 caliber aimed at his brain. 45 a fitting number cause his age is the same. Here's the words of his father, it's such a damn shame.
Then he presses on the trigger of a money game.
Wow. Wow. Oh my God. Wow. Just wow.
Yeah, he leaves you speechless, right?
Yeah. Again, the depth of the truth. Just how there's so much in there. There's so much from what we're told and what we're taught from like our parents' perspective, how that stays with you. There are things and it backs up to looking in the mirror.
Yep.
If you have the courage to look in the mirror, you can find your own way rather than the path that everybody else has told you that you should be on.
Mm-hmm.
Because I did that in the first half of my life, and I ended up a drug addicted alcoholic from doing pleasing everybody and doing what I thought everybody else wanted to do, until I finally figured out a way to look in that mirror and start making some changes. And luckily I didn't end up as an invalid in a wheelchair or something at the age of 45, like, like in his story. But
Right.
Yeah, wow. If we were taught that we have control of our own destiny and can do whatever we want, rather than, oh, well, you should do this. You'll make more money if you do this. And, it usually comes down to money. It usually comes down to that money game.
100%. If I could give one gift to like my nephew when he gets a little bit older, or hopefully my own kids someday, it would be to say, at the end of your life, there'll only be one person looking back at you.
That's right.
And it's going to be you. So when you look back at your life, are you going to think about like, oh, well, I'm glad I pleased that person and I'm glad I pleased that person? Or are you going to say, damn, I'm really glad I pleased myself?
All right.
Because that's all there is. And believe me, I know that's not easy. I was today years old practically when I figured half of this out. So,
absolutely. Absolutely.
I've been pleasing other people for decades. So I get it.
Yeah, and there's a quote, I can't remember it specifically, but it basically says, once you're gone, people are not going to remember, oh, he did this on this date, or did this, or did that, or did that necessarily. They're going to remember, how did you make them feel?
Right.
How did this person make me feel? And yeah, I just wanted to share that because that's part of it too.
No, I agree with you.
That has nothing to do with money. Our society is always saying money is the answer. Money will make you happy. Here, I'll pay you more. And the jobs are like, okay, we'll give you a little bit more next year, and a little bit more next year, and a little bit more next year. Okay, and now that you're all run down and you're finished and all of that, here's a gold ring.
Yep.
And okay, bye. Anyway, we're replacing you with a kid coming out of college now.
Yep.
And because we have to upgrade, and like,
or the kid out of college out of college is cheaper. Because you've been doing it for so long, you're an expert, and now you cost more money.
Right,
and
exactly.
So,
and you deserve more money, and you deserve that money because of your years of experience.
That's exactly right.
Right.
It's
right.
Yeah. The one thing else I want to say about the song, and then I want to talk to you a little bit about the actual performance.
Okay.
Have you ever read Atlas Shrugged?
No, I've heard of it, but I've never read it.
Okay, so it's a very in-depth book, and it takes a little while to read just because it's like that thing.
Oh,
but but it talks about, like, it's basically about these people who are like geniuses in the businesses that they do, and they end up going and living in a utopia. And so and then running it, and other regular people can't get there because they're too busy listening to the money game and playing the money game.
Right.
And so when he says everything is subject to change, we could build utopias if people were taught to use their brains.
Absolutely.
I think of Atlas Shrugged every single time I hear that verse, because that's kind of the point. Right. In the book, there's a line, it's a recurring line. It says, "Who is John Galt?" And for a while there were people walking around with those T-shirts and everything else because it's like if you know kind of thing.
Mhm.
And John Galt is the guy who creates this utopia in the book. Spoiler alert. And so that's why everyone was saying that, like, who is John Galt? Because it's like, if you're saying that to someone, you're trying to say, like, we could be living this better life if we just
Right.
like we're looking out for each other and looking
Uh-huh.
out like our best interests instead of looking out for money and power and greed.
Yeah.
I always thought that was kind of cool.
That's amazing. It really is. And again, the process that is crammed into us, people make decisions based on money all the time. Firstly, if you're working at a job day after day, week after week, year after year, you need to take a break. You need to go on vacation. Take some time away. And some people are like, oh, we can't afford it because they're got their budgets. The house costs this much, food costs this much, electric costs this much. Everything comes down to click, 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 money, 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 money. So they deny themselves what they deny themselves life and living.
Yeah.
Because they're under the thumb of this money game that I have to make more money because I've got to pay this for the electricity and this for the mortgage and this for this and this for this. And it's people, oh God, it's so on target about this society of money game. It's all a money game.
And it's crazy how in his story, Jimmy got there because of the influence of his father. But if you think about it, we all get there somehow from some way from different people and different things or different circumstances. But we all seem to end up there. And I think that's the point of his whole trilogy. If you look at it as a trilogy, like I think that's what you get from it. I did want to mention performance-wise, and we don't have to go too deep into this, but I just wanted to mention, because I knew you'd appreciate it, the confidence it takes to live in the silence of slowly taking off his jacket, folding it and putting it on the table, and then taking a deep breath to compose yourself, and then moving on with the rest of the song. I'm like, every time I see that, I'm like, bro. Like as a director, you want someone to be that comfortable in front of the camera.
Absolutely.
And he just is. He's just like,
he's in control. He's thinking his next step, getting this is what I have to do right now. Get this out of the way.
Put
it down and then get into it. And enter. He's remarkable.
And right before the live cutout, someone commented, Angela Robinson commented, Ren took home Best Music Video, Best Director, and Best Concept for this video at the London Music Video Awards.
Wow.
So
nice.
that really shows you how this went. Oh, and someone, I can hit show. Does that work? Is that what you were saying about banners before? Like if I hit show, does it show the comment? It does. Look at that. I got a reply from Tim in the comments.
1,000 Ren reactions, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
I got a reply from Tim in the comments where it said, this one just more fun with Tim. Oh, that's so sweet. I'm so glad that you're liking me like this guy because he's just remarkable. Just blows me away.
Paul said, I can't wait for Tim to see Money Game 3. So now I
loved it.
And now I feel bad that Paul didn't get to see it because of it getting taken down
on the repeat.
Yeah. Somebody said, where did they say? This person said, well, Renegades, we tried. And then Dawn said, guess we'll just have to wait till he posts it to watch. So Dawn, I will definitely do that.
I just want to say to everybody that tried to tune in or did tune in or comment, thank you so much. That was so cool. It was an experiment. We were experimenting, trying a live feed.
It kind of bums me out because I think this could be a really fun way to show you some of his stuff here and there, like some special things that he's done.
Great.
And like, especially because all these people were very interested in seeing you do it live. Which I so appreciate, because I get to see it every time we do it. I see your reaction live. But so I get the mentality, but I don't know. I guess YouTube's just going to violate every time because they think it's copywritten, even though it's not. I don't know.
I see. So it was from YouTube's. They were stopping it live.
Yeah. While we were here, I got a notification on my phone from the studio that said it was removed for a community guidelines violation.
Oh God, I got your community guideline right here, bitch. I'm serious. And nobody tells you what that community guideline is.
Wow. I gotta tell you, Tim, I think I'm gonna put that on a t-shirt. I got your community guideline right here, bitch.
And we're back.
Oh my God, that is priceless. Well, I think YouTube screwed up. I really wish there was a way for us to do this where they weren't going to like copyright us like that. So
yeah,
I guess if you're watching this after we did the live, after I post it, obviously, thank you so much if you made it to the live. Thank you so much for watching it. If you're watching it after the fact, I greatly appreciate it.
So
but if you know a way for us to do this in the future, in the comments, like if you've got some secret sauce that I don't know about, because I'm a relatively new channel, please let me know in the comments and we'll try again, because that was a lot of fun.
That was definitely.
I know I said I might show you Dimash, but it doesn't make sense if we're not live anymore. So I say we just call it the trilogy. And
this will be the trilogy and Dimash will be another day. How about that?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
After we get to figure out the live, that works for me.
Yeah, or we could even do him just as a reaction video, and because I think he's much more copyrighted than Ren is, from what I understand.
Okay.
Ren has this philosophy that like reaction stuff helps get his word out there and helps get his music out there.
It does. And I love his underground approach, like where again people are catching on to it and spreading word and passing it around, and I love that. I just love that, because to me, real art will find a way.
Yeah,
it will get out there and it will bring money in, but don't focus on, oh, I've got this piece of art, how can we make money from it? You know, I got this seashell, let's make money from it. No, it's like let's create this real art, and then people will find out about it and the money will come. The money is second, you know? And that's what I love about him, is he is pure artist.
100. And that's actually, if you think about it, what made me want to do the reaction channel like this. Like some of the stuff that I was doing initially was, I was like, okay, I'll react to some of Ren's stuff. But what I really, really want to do is introduce him to other people and get their reactions. Like people I know.
For that.
Yeah, like, and then I think I told you, I did it with strangers. I put out like a casting call on like backstage and was like, I'm going to introduce you. We've never met before, but I'm going to show you someone who's just awesome. And that's because of Ren. That's not me. That's Ren being like, I want to show this to people. So it's not copywritten or anything. Like, go. I want you to show it to them. And I'm like, what a great mentality and idea to have. So let's spread it as far as we can. That's why I think it's so awesome.
And again, thank you for doing that. Thank you for taking that upon to try to help spread word to people you don't even know. That's wonderful.
Oh, yeah. I just thought it was so much fun. Like how, because I found it through people I don't know. Like Ren reposted someone else's reaction, and that's how I found him. And then I spent the next like 3 weeks. The only TV I was watching was reaction videos on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Of Ren and all these people being like, how great is he? And I'm like, yes, how great is he? And then I was like, all right, I gotta like do this on the channel that I want to start. So, and then little Wyatt was born and I was like, well, the timing's perfect. So let's do it. Well, Tim, thank you very much for being willing to do this.
Oh, anytime.
I am sorry the live cut out to all the viewers. We really appreciated you being here, and it was going very well. I was feeling all the really positive, great energy and the renjoyment, if that's a word I can create. But I will post this, and hopefully you guys will get to see it then. I'll try to do it sooner rather than later.
I see somebody over here said it stopped in Germany too.
Yeah,
So,
it stopped in Germany.
wow.
It stopped in Australia.
Wow.
It stopped in the UK. So
Oh,
seriously, guys, thank you from all over the
thank
place.
right.
We
Right.
really wanted to, kind of do it with you. And Tim was excited to be Tim in front of you as he reacted to it. But this is where we ended up. So thank you all again for watching. Tim, thanks again for joining me.
Thank
And
you.
I will wrap this up by saying the same thing I always say, which seems so fitting after everything we just talked about today. Don't wait for life to be easy to be happy.
Mm-hmm.